Hi there and welcome back. It's Lisa from Critters'n Ink Designs in Ontario, Canada. Today I thought I would do last month's paper pumpkin. I haven't even opened it yet. I've been so busy, but I thought I should do it because the new paper pumpkin will be here in a couple of weeks. And I do like my paper pumpkins, so I want to get at it. A couple of things before we get started. This past, Monday was my 70th birthday. And so to have you celebrate that with me, with every $70 purchase, I'm offering you a free pack of embellishments. Plus, you normally get a thank you card, so you'll get your thank you card, plus a card kit with the PDF. So that would be my way of thanking you for supporting me over the past 6 years. I really appreciate it. And then also, if it has crossed your mind to become a, what do we call it? Some people call it a happy shopper. Some people call it the discount shopper. Or if you just want to become a demonstrator and share your love of crafting with everybody, you can join my team and become a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And earn 20% off of all of your purchases. For the month of May, let me just switch down to my desk so I can show you this. Stampin' Up! Has made a fabulous starter kit special. So the starter kit normally is in Canada, you would order $165 worth of product and only pay $135 and no shipping. And then you get like a catalog. Actually, I think you get a box of catalogs, some order forms, like a business kit. And if you don't want to have your business kit, I'm always happy to take it off your hands because I can use it. But keep a couple of catalogs and pass them on to your friends. You never know, right? That's how I got started. I was brand new to stamping. And when I was placing my first couple of orders, my friend Jennifer said to me, you're spending an awful lot of money. Wouldn't you like to get a discount? And I'm like, well, yeah, who doesn't like a discount? So I signed up and got my 20% discount. And before you know it, I had spent so much, I was actually getting a 25% discount. So, and then I brought some stuff to work. That's when I had my fabric store, and some of my staff members were like, oh, can we do that too? And so before you know it, I now have a team. It's a small team. There's only 9 of us, but I'm always happy to have my team grow. And so this May, for the starter kit, oh my gosh, look at this. So you pay $135 and you get to choose anything at all that is current at Stampin' Up! So you can go into the online store, you can go through the catalog, even stuff on the clearance rack, like whatever floats your boat. And then they will automatically send you this kit. Now this is $112 value, $112.75 in Canadian. You get all of the new in color stamp pads, a package of in color cardstock. So you get I forget how many sheets are in there, but there's like 2 or 3 sheets of each color just to get you started. A whole package of the a whole package of the in color 6-inch designer series paper, and the 5 in color Stampin' Write water-based markers. They'll just automatically put that in your box. So if that interests you at all, that's a total of, I did write it down, $277 worth of product for $135. So if it interests you and you're unsure and you live in Canada, don't hesitate to give me a call or email me at lisa@crittersandink.com or crittersandink@gmail.com, either or. And I'd be happy to just talk to you about it. You don't have to do classes. I do classes. I do a few classes a month. And occasionally I'll do like an out-of-home class. I'll go and do an event at a local Legion or, something like that. But you don't have to do that. You can just enjoy your discount and be a hobby demonstrator. So, yeah, if that's something that maybe floats your boat, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you set that up. And the other thing is, yesterday, I think today's May the 2nd. Yes. Yesterday, the new catalog went live, and if you purchase from me in the last 6 months or so, I will have had a catalog sent to you direct from Stampin' Up. And if you live locally to me, then I would have gotten one to you. Now, I do charge, if you're new to me, and you would like a catalog and you live in Canada, I'm more than happy to send one to you. But I do have to charge $10 with the increased rates of postage, and the cost of the catalogs also went up this year. However, with your first $50 purchase, I will transfer you back your $10. So it's a win-win. And let me know if you would like a catalog. Again, just email me at crittersandinc@gmail.com or lisa@crittersandinc.com. Okay, so what I want to do today, sorry, I'm just getting over a bit of a cold. What I want to do today is the April 2024 paper pumpkin. Now, I haven't seen it online. I've been so busy. Normally, I troll YouTube and Facebook and stuff, but I haven't really had a chance to do that. So I'm flying in blind here. Flying wings, get it? Anyway. All right, so let's open this baby up. Okay, so the stamps are little butterflies. And it says, sending loving thoughts your way. Everything will be okay, and surrounding you with love. Very sweet. And then a couple of butterflies. And the Stampin' spot is basic gray. Ooh. All right. All right, let's see what we have here. Ooh, foil. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. Look at this. Woo. All right, so let's see. We have some tear and tape, our instructions. And I like now, they give you this little piece of paper to make an envelope for your stamps, which is kind of cute. All right, so here are the envelope. Oh my gosh, look at these. Oh, these are absolutely beautiful. And then one of the card bases is, I'm going to say that's Lost Lagoon. Let's have a look. Yep, Lost Lagoon and gold foil. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we have, I'm always here for you with the gold embossed little butterflies. There's three of those. 3 of these. No idea what that is. And 1, 2, 3. We have 3 white and gold flecked card bases. I see a lot of potential in these. And gold foil, 3 sheets of the gold foil. And 3 little panels with butterflies. That's pretty. And another card base is basic gray with the gold foil. That's very pretty. Now we have pop-out butterflies and some labels. Oh, and big butterflies. Lots of butterflies. And these are all pre-cut, laser cut. And we have some, what do you call these things? Glue dots. Okay. Oh, and let me grab my dies from the add-on for the paper pumpkin. So this add-on, these dies, are available only to Paper Pumpkin subscribers. And there is a thanks. Well, here, I cut them out. So we have a thanks, and then like a hexagon thing, and a couple of butterflies. And so these are $16.50 in Canada, and they're good for, they coordinate with the Paper Pumpkin for April, May, and June. So I'm going to keep them handy. I don't know. I think we'll probably try and use them with one of the alternatives, because I don't think that they would be for the actual kit, since the kits are meant to be all-inclusive. Sorry, I'm just going to grab a drink here. Okay. All right, so let's see what we need here. Okay, so for the first card, we need a card base, a gold foil, one of these, and that's it. Okay, so let's do the first card. It seems pretty easy. So let's get our directions here. Yeah, it's super simple. That is so pretty. Okay, so let's fold our card base. And then we need our butterfly. I'm going to brighten up my screen a little bit. It seems dark. There, super cute. And then this goes on here, like that. So they're using the tear and tape. I'm just going to use Stampin' Seal. Covered in cat hair. You can see Georgie was on my desk. I have a love-hate relationship with Stampin' Seal. I really like it as an adhesive, but I seem to be fighting with it all the time. All right, so this is going to get centered right on here. There. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. There. And then this is just going to be popped up on dimensionals just like this. How simple. Okay, let's grab some dimensionals. What do I do with them? Right here. So it's absolutely a beautiful day here today. This is the first nice weather that we've had for quite a while. My husband went out and flew with his model aircraft. They fly radio control aircraft. And he goes to a little airfield nearby. It's a great little airfield. They have a pond and a runway. The runway right now has to be plowed, and they're going to put some grass on it, but they have a pond there, so if you have a pontoon plane, you can actually fly it right in the water. There. Absolutely gorgeous. That was pretty simple. Okay, so that's card number 1. Now, card number 2, we need okay, card number 2. So we need one of these gold flecked card bases. And one of these. and one of these. And a butterfly. And one of these. Okay. All right, so let's go to page number 2. So we need a stamp that says everything will be okay. Now, if you have not been a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, your first Paper Pumpkin comes with a block like this. And then you just keep this block for your subsequent Paper Pumpkins. And you will always use this one block. If you have multiple sized blocks, that's great, because for smaller stamps, sometimes it's preferable to use a smaller block just so that you don't get any rocking or anything like that. Now this is basic gray, but I like to keep my little Stampin' spots. So I'm going to grab my basic gray, which is right here. And a piece of scrap paper to stamp upon. And oh, and I also need this one of these. So I'm just going to do a couple of test stamps. Now you notice I cleaned my block before I cleaned my stamp before I used it, and that's because I think that in the manufacturing process there might be some oils or something like that that gets, you know, stuck on the stamps. So I always give them a little clean. I don't say always. I say always, but I always try. Put it that way. I try to remember. How's that? And then I prime it by stamping it a few times to get the stamp ready to be inked. And somehow I've managed to get ink on my thumb and on my block. So let me just clean that, because that's not good. I'll just give my stamp a little clean there. All right, so I get my label. I'm just going to pop that right in there. Beautiful. And they're using tear and tape with everything. So let me go ahead and grab some tear and tape. I've already got one open from another kit, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that. So I'm going to put a little bit here. Now you could use liquid glue if you prefer. I actually am a liquid glue person. I prefer the liquid glue, to be pretty honest, but they're showing it with the tear and tape. So if you just have the kits and you don't have a lot of supplies, I'll use the tear and tape so that you see how it works. So here's my card base. I'm just giving it a little fold. And this is going to sit here, but it seems big. Okay, so now they have a glue right up this side here, and I'm gonna leave mine as a pocket, I think. Oh, I gotta tell you what happened the other day. So I got up the other morning, and to put Georgie out. She likes to go out in the morning. That's our little black cat. You'll see pictures of her on my site. So she likes to go out early in the morning before breakfast, which is great because in the summertime I rarely have to clean the litter box because she's outside all the time. So I go to let her out. Oh, this one's at the end. I go to let her out, and there is like a carcass of something absolutely destroyed right at my back door. And really all that's left is a little bit of fur and some bones. I was like horrified. So Georgie took one look at that and headed for the hills. There was no way she was going out. And Roxy took one look at it and went and hid under a bed because a few weeks ago she was attacked by something, and we actually think we've come to the conclusion that we think it was an owl, to be honest. I was talking to some girlfriends the other night, and they're more countrified than I am, and they said that sounds like an owl because most of the bones were eaten of this one thing, and the wounds that Roxy had on her back were like two talons coming down on her back like this, and she had a really bad like gash on one part of her back. It was just awful, poor thing. And of course, this happens on a Friday, and you try and find a vet on a Friday night, next to impossible. Anyway, she's recovered quite nicely, and but we were very worried about her. I think we just need this. So anyway, yeah. So I get up, find this carcass on my back deck, and I'm like, what the hell? So when my husband got up, I showed it to him, and thank goodness he cleaned it up for me because I wasn't about to. And to this day, Roxy won't go outside. She's terrified to go outside. But yeah, there was no like blood or guts, nothing except just fur and a few bones. And as I said, most of the bones were eaten, which also leads me to believe that it was an owl, because I know that they do they do eat all the bones and stuff, and then they regurgitate them up. So yeah, it was pretty kind of gruesome. Do I want it on this one? Yeah, I'm gonna put it on this one. So yeah, it was pretty gruesome, and but to be, like literally like 2 inches from my back door on our deck at the back. I couldn't believe it. I was flabbergasted. Like I could see having, like we've seen that in our backyard with, little rabbits and things like that, where either a coyote or a fox will get them, or even a big bird. We have a lot of big birds around here. But yeah, to see this like right on the welcome mat on my sliding door to the deck was like horrifying. Yuck. It's pretty awful. Yeah, the joys of living in the country. All right, so I'm going to pop these 3 butterflies onto here. So this one, I've got glue just on the one wing. I'm going to pop that about there. Oh, they have theirs on an angle. I'll put mine on an angle too. Slight angle. And then this one they have here. I guess that's right. And then this guy they have up higher. I probably could have put that bigger one a little bit higher, but that's okay. And then this one I'm just going to put right here. Now, I left mine as a pocket. They had glue going right across here as well to close it off. But I thought, that's kind of cool. Like if you wanted to pop a gift card or something. I have my Staples card here. You can pop a gift card in there if you wanted to. I'm going to leave mine open. Okay, and then they have this sentiment. Up here. Now this kit didn't include any bling, but you could absolutely put bling in it if you wanted to. But really, with all the gold fleck, I don't think you really need. It's pretty blingy already. There. So that's the second card. Pretty quick. And for our third card, let's see. Card number 3. We need a Lost Lagoon card base. One of these. And one of those. And a gray one. One of these. One of these. And one of these. These look like Moody Mauve. And then we need our gray again. And they've used the same sentiment. Oh no, that's this card, sorry. Surrounding you with love. So let's clean this. I'll grab the other stamp. Surrounding you with love. Now you'll notice when I put down a photopolymer stamp, I let them lay face down. Don't put it on your glass mat because it'll stick. But if you just put it on paper and let it relax and then pick it up, it'll be nice and straight. Okay? All right, so let's put our butterflies over here. And first thing we can do, I guess, is stamp our, so I need to clean my stamp. Grab my scratch paper and just give it a couple of test stamps. I've started stamping a lot with the grays. I love the grays, and I really, really like the Pebble Path, the new Pebble Path. All right, so let's see how straight we can be here. Pretty good. Okay, so we'll get that out of the way. And then let's fold our card base. All right, so let's see what they do with this thing. All right, so card number 3. Oh, okay, this is what I missed. So we need our ink again and our larger butterfly. Okay, I'm just going to grab another block since I have them right here. Is it going to fit on there? Nope. So I'm going to grab my D-size block. And these ergonomic blocks are available in our online store as well. So let me just give this stamp a clean. Give it a quick clean. Make sure it's dry. Oh, look at that. That is really cute. Okay. And it says just to stamp a butterfly right in the middle of that. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, perfect. And they have dimensionals on the back of everything, basically. So I'm going to put a few dimensionals on the back of our label. And our butterflies. So do I have all my butterflies? I feel like I'm missing a butterfly. So they're showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 butterflies, 3 little ones and 2 bigger ones. So I wonder if what butterflies I'm missing here. And oh, a green one. Do I have the green one? I do not. Okay, so it's the green one. This is the guy I'm missing. Okay. All right, so let's flip these over and we'll get a dimensional on all of these. Now that's a pretty big, I'm going to cut my dimensional in half for the little butterflies because it's hanging over and you don't want your dimensionals to show. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a half one in the center of the smaller ones. Yeah, that's better. And then I think this one might accommodate a bigger. No, you can still see. I put it that way. Yeah. Okay. So I just put that one on an angle so that you can't, it doesn't show on this side. Like when it's flat. You don't want to see the dimensional when it's on the card. Okay, so let's start putting this thing together. So, oh, does this go on dimensionals too? Oh, where's my sheet? Yes, it does. Okay, so we need more dimensionals for this. This is a lot of pop-up on this here card. So if you're a demonstrator in Canada, well, in the States too, you have one more day. Tomorrow is the cutoff date to register for Creativity Now, which is a demonstrator-only event. I have a few of my team we're going to have an event here at my house, so I'm really excited about that. All right, so this one goes horizontal like this, and then this goes centered on the front of the card, and then the sentiment goes right in the middle of that. Very cute. Okay, and they have one over here. One over here. Oh, that's so adorable. I used to have a phobia about butterflies for some reason. It kind of really gave me the creeps. And my sister's obsessed with butterflies, and I'm like, oh my God, they just have these tentacle things, and ugh. I'm okay with them now, but it took a while. When I first started with Stampin' Up, they had a big, beautiful butterfly collection thing, and my friend Jennifer said, don't you just love those butterflies? And I'm like, no, I do not. But I would buy them now, but I sure as heck didn't buy them back then. They, for some reason, just really gave me the creeps. So there's our third card. So, so, so cute. So here are the 3 cards from the kit. Very cute. Sweet, 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 sweet. All right, let's see what the alternatives are, if there are any this month. Oh, they do not have alternatives this month, so I'm going to have to think about this. So, all right, let's just see. Okay, so here where they typically have the alternatives is where they have the dies for the add-on for April, May, and June. Paper Pumpkin, and just remember that in order to order these dies, you do have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. And so the dies, I showed them earlier. Where did I put them? They're here. Oh, right in front of my face. Right here. So these are what the dies look like. And so this die actually will stamp out, will cut out this butterfly. So it matches that. And this inner butterfly, I'll show you how this works. This is really very cool. This inner butterfly works together with the bigger die. Let me grab a piece of washi tape here. And I'm just going to tape them together. So obviously you want them somewhat centered. There. So I have them together. So let me grab my die cutting machine. I think I'll just cut them out of basic white for now. So I've got my die cutting machine, and because I'm die cutting, I'm going to use my base plate, which is number 1, and then my die cutting adapter sheet, which is number 2, and then 2 number 3s, my cutting plates. And then grab a piece of scrap basic white. This should do. So I'm just going to place my die right on there and run it through. Sorry if you can't see it actually going through. My desk isn't that big. Well, it's big, but there's a lot of stuff on it. Okay, so I'll take that out. So here you can see that it comes out like this. And then this part is attached, and this pops up like that. Isn't that neat? So you can have like a 2D butterfly if you wanted to. I just think that's so nifty. So that's if you want just like a plain cutout butterfly, like just stamp it with your, what I do with it, with your butterfly stamp. I stamped a couple with the Lost Lagoon, and then this die, if you take out the center part of it, just cuts out the regular little butterfly like that. Isn't that neat? It's so cool. I just think this is just the greatest thing. And then you also get this label maker, which I had cut out a piece of the gold. I was going to use it on another card, but I don't know, it just didn't kind of grab me. So I'm going to save that for something else. And then there's the thanks, and I've used this thanks an awful lot. So my computer died earlier. Well, it didn't die, it just went off and turned off everything. So I don't know why it did that. But while I was waiting for it to reboot, I did a couple of cards. So there's one. And you can see here I used the 2 dies together to make this gold 2-dimensional little butterfly. Isn't that cool? And then I used the word thanks in the gold as well. And then I did this one using one of the butterflies from the kit, and then also using the thanks. And then I used a stamp from Translucent Florals, which is currently in the online store. It's not in the paper catalog, but it is available in the online store. And excuse me. And then so what I did to get this finish, and I'll show you how I did that, is I covered the cardstock with packing tape before I cut it out. Isn't that nifty? Very nifty. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna actually recreate this one for you. So I have a card base in the basic gray that is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4.25. So that's our card base. And then I have a piece of basic white here that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I'm going to run that through the basic 3D embossing folder. There were 3 in the set of embossing folders. Now these were in the online store and they're currently not there, so I don't know whether they're bringing them back or whether they've completely sold out. However, you can use any sort of soft and subtle type of embossing folder that you have. We used to actually have one called Subtle, and I would love it if they would bring that one back. That had to be my all-time favorite. I'm not a huge fan of these big, you know, the really bulky design folders. It's kind of not my jam. I like something more subtle. Okay, so I've got my basic white into my embossing folder, and because it's a 3D embossing folder, I'm going to use this sandwich here. So I'm using my base plate, which is this one, which is number 1. See that? Number 1. And then I'm going to use my gray one, which is number 4. And that's all you need when you're doing a 3D embossing folder. So I'm just going to plunk my folder right there with my paper in it, and put the gray sheet, what do you call this? Plate on top. And then I'm just going to run it through, maybe. Now, because it's a 3D embossing folder, it is a little thicker, and you might struggle a little bit, but don't worry, you won't hurt your machine. You just have to make sure that your sandwich is the right sandwich for the whatever you're doing. Okay, so we have our 3D embossed piece there. And I have a piece of scrap, which I just used, so I'll have to grab another one. There. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the radiating stitches dies, and I'm going to use the second largest of the rectangles. I saw this card on something very, very, very similar on Pinterest. And the woman's name was, oh shoot, what was her name? Let me see if it's still on my iPad. Oh, it was Robin's Creations. Oh, Robin Carter. So it was one of Robin Carter's cards that I'm casing here. And I changed it up a little bit, but it was basically her layout. So I'm going to cut out the second largest rectangle with my die cutter here. And again, to cut dies, you're going to use your basic number 1 base plate, your number 2 die adapter, a number 3 plate, and a second number 3 plate. There we go. Okay. So there we have that. And then our other layer is I took one of the card bases and I cut 3 strips of 1 3/8 to make usable strips for the front of the card. So that's what we need for this card. So I'm just going to put these away so that they don't end up in a garbage can, because that has happened. I'm just going to put them back in their envelope to be on the safe side. And I've got the thanks one is out here somewhere. I just have to find that because we're going to be needing it. We'll find it. Okay, so we have our card base. We have this piece is going to go here, like that. And then the only Lost Lagoon ribbon I could find, because this is Lost Lagoon, the only Lost Lagoon ribbon I could find is the, it's like a linen ribbon almost. It's polyester, but it looks almost like linen. So I'm going to use that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to glue my designer series paper here. I don't know what's up with my glue. It seems really liquidy today. Either really liquidy or it won't come out, one or the other. What the heck? Okay, so I'm going to pop this on here. There we are. And I'm just going to trim off this little strip here. Okay, so we have that like that. And then I'm going to take a piece of ribbon and I'm going to lay that ribbon right on there. So I guess I need about this much. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. So on the back, I'm just going to take some tear and tape and I'm going to put a piece along here to adhere the ribbon onto the back. Can't find my take your pick tool. Alrighty, so let's see. I'm going to pop this on here. And basically I'm going to cover the edges of, just like the raw edge of the designer paper. Oops, that didn't stick. Come on. There. So I just want that to go like that. There we are. And then I'm going to pop this up on here. Like that. Very, very cute. Just going to grab another bottle of glue. This doesn't feel empty, but it's not cooperating. All right. Alrighty, so I'm gonna, whoopsie, whoa, that was close, I had it upside down. All right, so that's gonna go right there. There we are. Make sure that's straight. That's the beauty of liquid glue. You can smush it around if you have to. Okay, so next I am going to cut a little piece of the basic gray to so that my label thing here has a background. So I just have a scrap here, and this measures 2 5/8 by 4. So I need a piece of basic gray that's 2 3/4 by 4 1/8. So let me cut that. So 2 3/4 by 4 1/8. Okay, and that's just going to sit right behind here like this. But first, I'm going to take my Lost Lagoon, a piece of scrap, and I have my floral from the translucent floral. So I'm using this one here. And I'm going to stamp it off and then use the second generation so that you can't really see. Stamp it off and then second generation. I want the lighter version on my card. So stamp it off and then stamp it. That's pretty. Okay, get rid of that. So now this can go onto here. There, like that. Isn't that cute? And that's going to sit right here. Now, when I made this card, I actually did it without the gray and I took it off because I just found it kind of got lost. So I thought if I put the gray behind it, it's gonna just pop it up a little bit and it looks I liked it way, way better. So the next thing we need is a piece of Lost Lagoon. I have my piece of Lost Lagoon and I have my packing tape. And so I'm just going to, oops, I just wrinkled it. So I have a love-hate relationship with packing tape. I always manage to, here we go, okay. So I'm just going to take my packing tape. Oh, it's fighting me. Okay, so I've got my packing tape and I'm just going to lay it on my cardstock. Try not to get any wrinkles in it. So I'm going to take my Thanks die and I'm just going to run it through my cut and die machine, cut and emboss machine, cut and die machine. I'm just going to fold over these edges. It's not going to affect my Thanks at all, but I don't want it to stick to anything. So let me grab my machine again. Sorry, I hit my phone there. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on my plate like that. And I'm going to put it over in the corner here in case I want to do more than one, so as not to waste anything. And so now I can just run it through. Run it through. I'm trying not to hit my computer because I hit the touchpad on my computer and stopped my recording yesterday, thus I'm redoing this section. There, so here we have our shiny Thanks. There. Isn't that great? What a great technique. I love this. Okay, so next we're going to cut out our white ones. And let me grab a scrap of white. And same thing, we're going to cut out 3 of the white so that I can layer them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and run this through a couple of times. All right, so I have my thanks all done up in the white here 3 times. Okay, so I have 3 whites and 1 in the Lost Lagoon. So I'll pop these back in the envelope so I don't lose them, because we know how frustrating that is. So let me grab one of my little bottles. Yeah, okay. Make sure I get air there, then I know it's going to work. So I'm just going to put little drops . There we are. And then I'm just going to layer this onto here. Okay, and then I'm going to layer the next layer as well. There we are. And then I'm going to layer our shiny Lost Lagoon. That is so cute. What a great tip. Connie Stewart's full of great tips. There, that's going to go on there. You should check out her website. She's been around for a while, a long while. She's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and she has some great ideas and she's just great. I love her. I think she's great. So there we have our shiny thanks, and it's nice and sturdy because I have 3 layers of the basic white underneath. Yay! So we have this, and then I'm going to, where are my butterflies? So I'm going to grab one of the bigger butterflies from the kit, one of these shiny, pretty ones. And I'm going to pop this up on dimensional. So let me grab some dimensionals. I have to keep looking at my computer because for some reason it stops recording. And I don't know if it's because I've been bumping it with my cut and emboss machine and maybe hit the touchpad with one of the plates, but I don't know. But I looked up and I realized it had stopped recording. So yeah, I don't know what that's all about. All right, so that's going to sit right there. Super cute. And then I'm just going to put glue. Now this is going to overhang a little bit. So I'm just going to put glue, say in the middle 4 letters. And that's why I wanted to make sure that it was nice and sturdy, because I'm not going to have glue on the ends. So I'm just going to go with little dots here, like that. And pop this right there. I'm just going to pop a block on there. See if it'll grab. And then I have this butterfly here, and I'm just going to slightly curl the wings. I don't like them overly curly, but I'm just going to give them a little bit of body here. There. I think it's a little too much, but I think it'll flatten. And then I'm just going to put glue right down kind of the spine of the butterfly, like that. And just pop him right there. Isn't that cute? Super cute. I guess I could grab one of these guys too. See which one, this one or this one. Or will that be overkill? I don't know. That's kind of cute. I don't know if it'll stick though. I think what I'll use is a glue dot. Where are my glue dots? Here. I used some mini glue dots left over from a kit. And because I don't know whether it'll stick to this shiny business over here that well, but a glue dot will. So there. Oh, that's cute. I like that. There. So there's a couple of alternatives for you. Let me grab the other one. So this was the other one that I made. Very cute. And this was the one that I cased from Robin Carter. Robin Carter. So there's those. And then here are the original ones that we did from the kit. So there's that one. This one with the little pocket in the front. And then this one here. Aren't they beautiful? So there's a couple of alternatives for you. As I say, I'll play around with it. Let me just get myself out of your way there. There, so you can see them all. Yeah, so those are those. Those are those. There are the alternatives and the 3 basic cards from the kit. So I hope you've enjoyed watching these, and I hope you are inspired to dig out your kit and get some alternatives going. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you soon, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.